ja, Jakob heeft mij dat aangeboden. Ik dacht, oké, ik heb een mini-tripod, maar die heb ik ook niet eens bij me. Ja, zo'n vleesje met van die uitvouwbare poten.
I feel music is a very, very powerful medium.
Go to Kathmandu, you will see a lot of Buddhist monasteries in Kathmandu and in nunnery. Monastery is like a boy hostel. Nunnery is like a girls' hostel, where the females stay in nunnery, the boys stay in a monastery. Not only they live here, they study, practice, whatever, the practice of Buddhism, their teaching. Living in this country, Nepal, or any other countries as a refugee, living now nearly 60 years, we understood people like you who got the modern education. It seems your life more comfortable. Those who have education get job easily. You can earn better. The living standard much better than those who are uneducated. Now the education is become concerned to provide their families. So this monastery has up to grade 8 in studying modern education.
Once a year we have different job, means some of they have to teach, some of they have to run managing all the kids,
Okay.
and some have to stay in a monastery.
Okay, so now next we are going to a refugee camp. You might have seen prayer flags, offerings, nothing to do with these are all came from our sister religion. Anyway, these are not Many refugees don't have proper leader to whom they can look up to. Whereas Tibetan people are very lucky, fortunate to have such a great leader like Dalai Lama, to whom we can have hope, trust, believe. He unites every Tibetan together. Okay, so today here, in my usual tour, I used to offer this kind of Tibetan tea, barley flour, Tibetan bread, to short introduce about Tibetan food. Honestly speaking, we don't have much food. Dalai Lama said, most of the Tibetan food influenced from China. Since we became refugee, came to Nepal, India, Bhutan, we Tibetan people introduced some food in this country, so-called momo and thupa. This food becomes so successful. Now almost every small Nepali restaurant cook, eat, sell this food, momo, thupa. Thupa is a noodle with a soup. If you ask Tibetan people, if you ask Nepali people, restaurant owner, is this your typical Nepali food? Because you found salt everywhere. And they will say, no, the typical Nepali food is dal bhat.
Yes.
Then if you ask, who introduced this food? They might say, Tibetan people introduced. And even if you ask Tibetan people, is this your food? They might say, yes, it's our food. But if you ask me, I will say, no, it's a typical Chinese food. So that's why Dalai Lama said, many food in Tibet influenced from China. Why Tibetans don't have many varieties of food? If you ask this question, very easy. Tibet is known as the roof of the world.
It's too high.
The average altitude of Tibet, 4,000, 4,500 meters. That's the average altitude of Tibet. Nothing much grow there. So yeah, nothing much grow. So most Tibetan people eat meat. So that's why Dalai Lama says, we Tibetan, one side we used to say we are Buddhist. On the other hand, we love eating meat. Very contradictory with our religion. Buddhist means people who practice compassion. Compassion means having a sense of concern for others' well-being, respecting others' life. If someone truly respects others' life, how come someone eat meat? It's almost killing. So Dalai Lama said, look, Tibetan people, when we were in Tibet, we have this very nice excuse why we are eating meat, even though we are Buddhists. We used to say nothing grows there. So to survive in such a cold country, without protein, people can't survive. And that's very true. In many cold countries, people eat mostly meat to get more protein. That's why in Tibet, people, lots of protein get from meat, fats, butter. So the tea we are drinking today is called a butter tea. Salted butter tea. In Tibet, people here, family drink 3-4 thermos a day. We never make a cup of tea. In Tibet, individuals drink 20-30 cups a day. That's considered normal. When the teas are poured in the cup, within a few seconds, outside very cold, all the butter comes on the surface. Early morning you wake up, the parents offer tea for children. So when the butter comes up, with this forefinger, they take the butter from the top of the tea. They put on the face, hands, before they drink. Only then they drink the tea. There is none such called moisturizing cream exists. And that's why the people's bodies smell butter. Because people, my family says, they take shower 4 or 5 times a year. There's no hot water system exist. None such called soap, washing soap, doesn't exist. They used to say shower means just go in a river, just deep, come back, rub a little bit, quickly put. There's no way that you just relax and drop. So cold outside. The country is like a refrigerator. Germs and bacteria can exist in Tibet. People have zero knowledge about hygiene. They have no idea what hygiene is. Every running water in Tibet is drinkable. There's no road, airfield in Tibet. No factories in Tibet. The country is so clean. So coming to Nepal, India, have no idea about the hygiene. Many died from disease, so-called cholera, the water disease, dysentery, typhoid. I, as a second generation, I born in this country, 1974. As a second generation, now we know how to live in the hot countries. We are used to it. But these elder people, those who are alive, are very tough people. Others, my mother died from disease cholera when I was about 1 year old. Many people lost their life. Anyway, this tea, now in your country, is becoming more and more popular. People adding butter in the coffee is called bulletproof coffee. So then I felt, okay, our tea is not so bad. And I grown up with this tea. After drinking 4 or 5 cups of this tea, honestly speaking, I feel like really don't like to eat. The butter is like a food. So I understand it's really true that butter helps to reduce the appetite. Okay? So now the tea that we are drinking today is a very light, very little butter. Because since our parents came, they have the same mentality, trying to make the same type of tea here. Many Tibetans got health problems. The medical doctor says it's not healthy. So because of drinking too strong buttered tea, many Tibetan people have high blood pressure. So the doctor requested Tibetans, it's not good in a hot country, drinking strong buttered tea. That's why these elder people say, this is water. But they have no choice. They can't now drink that strong buttered tea. The tea, the shape looks like a brick. That's why it's called a brick tea. It's a compressed dried leaf and a stalk. Very hard. Of course, tea have different qualities. I think this is okay. The high qualities, I know the packed leaf. This is very soft, others very hard. We break it, we put in the water, we boil it, brew it. We add a butter, salt, milk, and this brewed tea. Blend it together to make this. And this tea, so-called Tibetan tea, made in China.
Du riechst wahrscheinlich gar nichts mehr, ne?
Wald, ja. Blätter.
Ja.
Yeah, that's true.
If you think it's a soup.
This is the only thing I guess I would feel sure.
Yeah, this is.
Keep me from starving.
Okay, there's a bread, and can you